You're listening to Inside Melbourne, the official podcast of the Melbourne Football Club. Proudly presented by Zurich Insurance, ensuring the things you truly love, like this podcast.
Hello and welcome to Inside Melbourne for the 2020 AFL season. My name is Ben Gibson. We're finally underway. There's been a bit of talk to start, so this podcast could go in any direction. But just to let you know, we have been a little bit affected by the coronavirus here at Melbourne. We're out at Casey Fields. Clint Stanaway will resume his role as host at some point throughout the season. But for now, we're going to have a little bit of fun. We've got Clayton Oliver, Christian Salem and Christian Petracca. Welcome, boys.
Welcome.
Thank you. Thanks for having us.
Sitting out here on the bench. It's a great place to be. Now, I've heard it was hard to actually arrange a time for you to all be here. Who had the worst excuse to not do it?
Well, I've got my brother's lunch at 12:45, so we had to delay that. What, you had a baby?
Yeah, baby 7 months ago.
Oh, mate.
What was
Sailor's brother had a baby
brother's
7 months ago.
fiance is having a baby in the next 24 hours, so
great excuse?
I'm on call. We're
have to be there
you
for
got to be there.
lunch.
Sailor, you understand.
Had to be there for
Player
lunch.
losing a trick or something. You
Now,
understand.
we put out a good photo of the three of you to advertise this podcast. It's a nice little family portrait. How close are you all?
You're pretty top. Pretty top. We got a good photo over in, where were we? Italy?
Positano.
Positano?
Yep. So,
No, we were in Barcelona. We had that photo, we got a little fridge magnet.
yeah, a little fridge.
Yeah,
Track
we
with
had a
two
fridge
stingy.
magnet.
No, that was at the Vatican. It was at the Vatican City.
No, it wasn't.
I wasn't at that for dinner that night.
That one
yeah.
there. Me and Sailor paid for it.
Yeah.
It was €5 and Chuck said, no, it's too much. I can't afford that.
So me and Clayton still have it, but I don't think Chuck ever got
It's on
it.
my, it's on my fridge, look at it every day, and Chuck just...
I got mine in my wallet.
It's all right.
So you went on this holiday to Europe. How did that go down?
It was terrible.
Nah, it was great.
Nah, before
Oh, no, I see.
actually planning the holiday was
I did
actually
nothing.
so frustrating.
Who planned it?
Because Clayton
Clayton couldn't stay.
I said,
Well, I want to stay somewhere. I want to stay somewhere close to the town centre, but I want somewhere with no noise. So we're like, well,
can't
mate,
stay with
we
noise.
can't stay in this town centre if there's no noise. So,
I found somewhere, so I was all good.
we just trusted
the one in
Sailor.
Barca, the one we paid like 10k for, we had like 4 bathrooms.
Yeah, Track stuffed it up. He said we had a penthouse.
We had a Barcelona house promised, and it was 4-bedroom, 4-bathroom mansion,
Track
middle of Barcelona. Absolute habit.
We're
Walked
sharing a
upstairs.
bathroom.
We were locked out for about 6 hours. Got there and it had 1 bathroom, had 2 double beds, and Chuck ended up sleep on the sofa.
Sailor has some theory as well that he can't not sleep on a double bed.
So his nickname's
So-
double bed Sailor.
Single bed. So
I just thought we'll just go the
No, he can't sleep on
oldest.
double bed either.
I
It's
slept on a
queen.
rollerbed couch for 4 weeks. That's what a stress fracture
Double
in my
bed,
back.
So did you actually have a good time other than the
It was
fighting?
unbelievable.
That was the best trip.
Unbelievable. Really good trip.
Yeah,
It was about 4 weeks, was it?
So we
Or
did, we did Positano for 5 days. Then we did Rome for 2.
We went to Benevento.
We went
Then
to see your family.
my family, my mum's side in Benevento, which is next to Naples
Can you
area.
say that again? How do you say it again?
Benevento.
Okay, there you go.
Just like prosciutto, e capocollo. And then we went to Barcelona for 7, London for 7, and then
We sort of split up after
then we
that
split up
somehow.
after
We
that.
changed our flights about 4 or 5 times. Track ended up in Germany.
I ended up in Germany.
We stayed in London for the soccer, and then
watched.
you went home, didn't you?
I'm more into the techno type thing, so I was just raving away.
And you guys missed a flight. Whose fault was that?
Well,
It was.
It was Sailor.
we went to bed
We had
relatively late,
We had a flight at 7 o'clock.
and he
So we thought we'll stay up, and then we ended up going out for dinner, went out for a little bit, and then these two...
I went to bed about 3 or 2.
No, you didn't. You went to bed
You did.
at 4, and then
No.
Actually, Clayton was early.
Clayton
was
fell
early.
asleep, then
Surprising.
Track fell asleep, but set his alarm to PM.
He
So
went
I was...
I was 4:59, wake
I
up
was-
at 5:01.
I was trying to stay up for the team, but I ended up falling asleep for about 5 or 10 minutes. But I slept through my alarm, so
We got to the airport about 8, but the whole way, so I was like, no, we'll make it.
Yeah, I
we
thought
got
we'll
we got
make
there
it,
at 8
but
o'clock and the flight left at 7:30.
so we nearly fell asleep at Barca Airport again and nearly missed that second flight, but we got there in the end.
And you boys went to America as well, spent time at the
Yeah,
Nike
we also
factory.
missed a flight there too. So it's probably Sailor the common theme there.
Yeah, please.
We missed our flight from Vegas to LA.
We're actually going to drive.
We're
weren't
actually
we?
gonna drive.
We got to the car and we're like, nah, we'll go back to the airport.
So
Was that a good time though, that trip?
unbelievable, yeah. Portland was awesome. The Nike tour there, and LA was pretty cool. And Vegas is Vegas. Yeah, it's pretty good.
Saw you boys having a shootout at the LA training facility. Who's the better basketballer?
Hotspot.
What did the videos? What did the
I'm the
videos?
better
look like?
basketballer. He's the better shooter. So he's a very good shot. He just gets like we're at some random gym in London. It was like a YMCA in the middle of Oxford Street, and it was like we did our weights and we had a little shoot around. It was like a real small ring, and we're all shooting, we're all terrible. And then Sailor comes, he finishes his weights and goes, oh, this is my spot over here.
No, he was 0 from 20.
He goes 0
"No,
from
I've got a
20. He
hot
goes,
spot."
actually, I've got a hot spot. It's over in this left corner. We're like, oh, whatever. Not kidding. Would have hit 15 in a row. And we were just like, what the hell is going on?
It was crazy.
You're all pretty competitive against each other. Do you get along at all?
We had a few arguments.
One or two. Not too bad.
One or two.
We had a,
bit of blood,
I'll
bit of
tell you
blood.
what, that was the one I remembered. I was telling you about when you guys forgot my passport at the gym.
That was your fault, though.
I didn't know we needed a passport at the gym, so you guys went
Some
to
sort
get
of
it.
ID.
You guys, hang on. You guys went back to go get it for me, and then you left it.
And then we left it again.
Yeah. So I couldn't get into the gym. Those guys went and
to be
trained. I had
fair,
to
he
go
wouldn't
back.
come back, so we sprinted back
Because
while he
you
sat
forgot
there
it.
and did nothing. And then
forgot it.
he said, "Well, we'll jokingly we'll say we'll forget his passport," and then we actually got
We
back
actually
there,
forgot it.
and we got nothing. And we went all the way back and actually
Disgraceful.
forgot the passport.
So I had to go to another gym by myself.
This sounds like a nightmare of a trip. A lot of the topics that came up in the questions from the outer was FIFA. Who's the best FIFA player here?
Wow.
It's real weird.
It's
It's
real
real weird.
It's not weird at all.
Sailor beats
So
if
I
you
beat-
I
I
smashes
beat
me, I beat
It goes
Sailor.
like this.
If any of them put their life on it, they'll pick me to play for them. We'll leave it at
I'd
that.
put
Next
track on
question.
it, Sailor.
Next question. Next question.
It's
beat
actually
track.
interesting.
Next
But yeah,
question.
it's always
Sailor has the old theory, like when he versus me and I beat, he goes, "Oh, I wasn't even trying." But then, like, I bet you, and then I bet you. Then he
If-
beats
if
me. And
you
he's
were
like,
playing-
"Oh, see, it's like
If you were playing for your life, you'd get me to play for
I'm
you.
not
It's simple
playing
as
for
that.
life.
I'm just
It's a
saying.
reality.
Yeah, but I'm
virtual reality
messing
game.
around. so
I've got
no.
track covered mentally. I'm just in his head before
Yeah,
the game
track
starts.
Honestly, I'm just-
We're all in isolation to some degree at the moment. Is there a lot of PlayStation being played at the moment?
There is.
I'm on Stan at the moment. I'm watching
Yeah, I've been watching heaps of TV
heaps
shows.
of TV shows.
We've been
yeah.
playing a bit of
All
Playing
American.
FIFA.
Workaholics, she's got onto it.
I'm on Workaholics. That's
Narcos.
incredible.
Now, Track, I'm about to give you a real good confidence boost. There was a TikTok video posted earlier in the year. It got 450,000 views. Some of these comments... Oh.
Wait, who put it up? He put it up.
Some
No,
of the
it was
comments
on the
are
Melbourne
scary.
account.
They were weird. Some of them were real.
Yeah,
weird.
I'm going to read some of them out. You'll leave here feeling pretty good about yourself. I'm not sure if this one is something I should be saying, but
say it.
the first one, that package though, with a wink face from Josh. So that's interesting.
Standard.
I'm dead. I'm going to need his @ please. He could make me coffee in the morning. I'm all about whatever I'm looking
I
at.
have my barista license. So who was that?
They're all some girls from overseas, I believe.
What photo was it?
Was that European?
It was a video of him
European skin?
dancing at training, and someone said hot, tall, muscular, killer.
Maroochydore.
Nah, I don't even know.
Dancing at training. So if you're looking to sort of expand your profile, TikTok might be the platform. Now, I've heard your nickname is CP5 given by yourself. Is that true?
Not true.
And
Very true.
Didn't know this was
CP
just about me. I thought there's other two other boys.
No, well,
Jesus Christ.
CP38 and 3 I've also heard. That's off the back
That's
of
true.
the Marsh series. So 2 wins so far. Feeling pretty
Best time
good.
to practice game, love it.
Legit.
Feeling pretty confident coming out of the preseason that we're in good
I
touch.
think Track's quietly confident because there's going to be no crowds to play in front
I'll
of
actually,
the first 5
hey,
weeks. So
Melbourne fans, I'll kick a
he
set
won't
shot.
be-
There's no crowd there
he
to
won't be
distract me,
nervous.
so
There's no one heckling him. It'll be unbelievable.
I'll be fine.
I guess we've got to talk a little bit about footy. We've got some new wins this year. Tomlinson, Langdon, they settling in pretty well.
Very well. They're two
well.
best friends though. Peas in a pod.
Yeah.
Don't really talk to many people.
They just go to their bar in Fitzroy and just wear their turtlenecks and don't talk to us. So.
Go out for lunch by themselves.
And what about some of the younger kids, your Jacksons, your Pickett? They come across pretty quiet, but
We lived with them.
not
We lived with
quite.
them for
Very
a couple.
confident.
I think everyone born after 2000 just got this new level of confidence. All those boys they're just born with
The
confidence.
three of us
Phenomenal.
lived with them for a few days, and that was a different experience.
They left. We were there on the 7th day, and they'd put chicken in the microwave on the first night.
Frozen
And
chicken.
we were
They
like,
tried to
something
defrost it.
stinks in here, like seriously
Salem
badly.
with the cookies, brown rice.
Yeah.
We're like, this is it's like, oh yeah, it's Jacko. Jacko stinks. We're like, nah, it's something else. Anyways, Salem went to cook the brown rice, and
Defrosted chicken for about
Defrosted
4 or
chicken
5
for
days
5
sitting in the
days
microwave.
which was just phenomenal.
Mate,
Disgusting.
our
Recipe for
mums
disaster.
would have bloody killed us.
Yeah, same.
Jesus.
and Sailor, you've been a little bit crook at the moment, but you back to full fitness. You've been out here at main training.
I don't know, but I'm getting there. I'm feeling a bit better, so we'll see what happens. Been doing a bit of running and that. See how we go.
There's a lot of laughing going on behind the scenes here. Now, I want to talk a little bit about To Hell and Back. Did you guys catch any of the pre-season documentary? What was it like, I guess, having cameras in your faces the whole time, but doing beach sessions under the pump? Was it pretty annoying?
I didn't even notice it.
I
didn't-
actually
yeah.
didn't really notice
That's a
it, to
great
be honest.
result.
No, it's pretty good. I think it's just good for.
I was on here a couple of times when Benny Matthew changed up his education. He just talking
Yeah.
a bit more.
Yeah, a lot of the coaches did.
Like a
What
bit
you
of
see
me
is
time?
not really what you.
Who liked it? Who liked having the cameras around the most, do
Gorney
you think?
probably.
No, Benny
Yeah.
loved it.
Oh, Benny. Oh, the coaches wise, Benny.
Yeah.
Benny did love it.
No, I think it's good for fans.
It is. Really good insight.
Thanks to our co-principal partner and podcast sponsor, Zurich Insurance. For over 100 years, they've been insuring the people and things you truly love. And just like you, they truly love footy and they truly love the D's.
This is Inside Melbourne here with Track, Salo and Clary. We're going to take some questions from the outer. First up, Molly wants to know, do you guys have any toilet paper stacked away?
Yeah.
Yeah, heaps actually.
And salami and tomatoes and sugar and pasta.
It's a real craze. Have you got food sort of stacked away for the next few weeks?
We actually got a bit of tuna, which I don't really like. Got a fair few cans of that and rice cakes, but not much.
Fish and rice cake.
Fish and rice.
And we know there's going to be no crowds for this foreseeable future. Robbie wants to know if there's any celebrations that have been prepared. We saw Michael Walters jump the fence and practice that at training. Have you guys got anything sorted out?
We've actually
What did he do?
He kicked a goal and jumped over the fence and clapped himself. So
Oh yeah, I've seen that. Yes.
with that story Burjo told us yesterday, we might do the big bird celebration. Yeah, the
Flap
wings.
the wings or something. Yeah, I don't know.
Emma wants to know how Track's going to cope without hugging your teammates.
Still good hugs, sort of.
Still hug.
Still get
just
hugs.
No,
Just no
kissing,
hands.
Just no little
Tim
kisses.
Tim wants to know any recommended Netflix shows. You spoke about watching some Stan at the
Stan,
moment.
workaholic. I'm on
Power.
Power.
Best show ever.
Sucks.
If you haven't seen Power, you haven't really
All
watched
American.
anything good.
Now, Braden plays junior league and isn't in the best state of fitness. Relatable there.
Sounds like
He
all
wants
of us.
to.
Sounds like track.
He wants to.
Sounds like an old stage.
How can he change that? Any
I don't know.
advice?
How old is he?
Probably asking the wrong blokes here. Do you reckon?
Yeah.
He's not too old.
How old is
Who
he?
cares?
What was the question?
How he can change his state of fitness.
Don't
He's
do
a
what
junior
Sailor
player.
does. Sailor's still pretty.
Clara, you
chunky.
changed your fitness pretty well, didn't you?
Yeah, just get drink driving and then just
Yeah,
after that,
legit.
just get fit.
Tommy.
Nah, answer the question.
Tommy's
No, I
asked.
just think.
No, don't take it too seriously, yeah. 'cause
Well,
you
you're
got
14
burnt
or whatever,
out.
however old he is.
Yeah, it's
just
pretty
relax, enjoy your footy.
Yeah, have
Yeah,
fun.
who cares being
Yeah,
fat?
who
Fat's
cares?
It's good. Keeps you
Fat's
warm and
the new
Yeah.
fit.
Yeah.
Tommy wants to know who your idols were growing up.
Allen Iverson,
Thierry
footballer,
Henry.
Scott Pendlebury.
Did
Thierry
Chuck,
Henry,
has Chuck
soccer player.
mentioned the new Ben Simmons yet? Have you said that?
Oh, here we go.
Oh, sorry.
We haven't talked about America.
Nah.
We'll speak about it in a second.
Yeah, probably Michael Voss and Jonathan Brown.
Very good. This one isn't too relevant, but Ben wants to know when the club will sell long sleeve Guernseys. Do any of you boys ever consider pulling on the long
Can't
sleeves?
afford our own ones.
I'll-
Yeah, we're not allowed. We have to pay for, we have to pay for our own. So
I've got a few, but I'm
I'm
just
not
waiting.
allowed to.
I'm just waiting for a real cold day.
Angus Brayshaw submitted a question via Insta story that we'll ask later, maybe once this podcast isn't recording. Favourite ground to play at, Liam asked.
Favourite
ground to play?
Adelaide Oval.
Adelaide Oval.
Alice Springs. I think.
Casey Fields.
Optus Stadium, perhaps. Out of the new recruits, who is the funniest?
Jacko. 'Cause
Jacko,
he's-
because he's just so
Laugh at him, not with him.
yeah.
Yeah, definitely laugh at him. But he's a good bloke.
What's your favourite thing about Bailey Fritsch? Nate wants to know.
Is that his girlfriend?
Probably have to. Wait, say that
Nate.
again?
Nate.
Is that for
Nat?
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 No,
Don't say it.
it's
Oh.
Nate.
No, other than that would be fun.
Favourite thing?
Slapping out the back. You can go. You can't say
Yeah,
that.
no,
But
you can also
get down the back.
Timmy Cahill's like, I'll get
Nah, he's just getting down the. Nah.
good
Wait,
bloke.
Tess, like,
He's very loud.
Oh, whatever you like.
He's very
He's
loud.
loud.
Very
He's
loud and outgoing.
He's so
His
annoying.
first
He's
year-
got ADHD or something.
Yeah.
I talk so
He
much.
doesn't
What
stop.
the hell?
It's a joke. Oh my god. Not getting the sarcasm.
Nah, but they don't know that.
This one flows on all right. Who's ready for a breakout season? Fritter possibly could be one.
Definitely Fritter.
He's already had one here last year, didn't he?
Yeah, now he's going to be playing out of the goal square. Could be pretty dangerous.
Hopefully track. No crowd,
That's
so
fine.
track's on.
Another one, Track, are you ready for 100 plus? I'm guessing they're talking about fantasy
Supercoach.
points. Does anyone really care about that?
Well, you'll get 281 week and you get 30 the
I'll
next
get,
one.
yeah. Legit, that's actually so true.
It's the only thing people care about these days.
Yeah, I
Super
know.
coach. All right, well, we're going to talk a little bit about
What was
footy.
Gussie's question?
I'll mention it after the show.
Oh.
We're going to talk a little bit about footy, even though at this stage, Sailor's just broken the mic. At this stage, we don't know what's going to go ahead. Hopefully, we're playing a game on Sunday. Just put that down, Sailor. That's all right. There is no crowd at Perth. Bit of a change to the prelim. Are you looking forward to having no Eagles supporters there?
I had to bring that up, did you?
What prelim was that? Remember that?
I don't
it'd be different.
I don't mind the crowd.
I
I actually really like the crowd over West Coast. You sort of just,
What to think about it, actually.
yeah. No, because you sort of like they're on their side and it's a bit of a hostile environment.
It gives you a bit of like a...
Gives you a bit of a kick.
Yeah. If they
Besides
start
the prelim, we actually do play well there, which is quite,
We've actually beaten 3 times over there.
3 times
That's
on
enough,
so
I think.
I don't know.
Twice or 3 times since
Yeah.
I've been here.
Do you think it'll be just a weird feeling? Kick, goal, silence?
I don't know. We didn't have too many
Well-
support at the end of last year, so probably won't change too much.
Yeah, we're playing a good side early in the season. Do you think it's probably a good time to play a good team?
Definitely, yeah, we're
Yeah,
ready to go.
definitely.
We've had a good pre-season. All us boys are fit and firing.
You boys will be up against some good midfielders. They got Tim Kelly adding to Gaff, Shuey, Yo. Could be a pretty big challenge.
Yeah, guess so.
Doesn't phase you too much.
It's all right. Every team's the same. I
Every
think.
team's got a good midfield and
Yeah.
forwards and backs, so
Yeah, and you must just be pretty excited now. Obviously, there has been a lot of hard work to just start playing footy again.
If we play footy.
yeah.
If we play
If
footy,
we play footy.
that
fingers
is the big uncertainty. We're going to wrap this up. Let you guys get to your lunch break. So thanks very much for joining us on the first episode of Inside Melbourne.
Thanks, mate.
Been good fun.
Thanks for having us.
Beautiful.
Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks very much. Until next time, this has been
And track
Inside
special.
Melbourne, brought to you by Zurich.